Hello, I come to you again, your realtor girl, Sharon from the beautiful Sunshine State. Hope all is well. Now, folks, my talk today is that, now that you are looking for your home and so forth, now we are narrowing down, the big picture of home ownership, the goals. These goals will point you in the right direction. Okay, now here are six questions you need to ask yourself. I came up with 6 questions. Now, number one, what type of home, will best suit your needs? As a matter of fact, you need to know, for example, how big of a home or what type of a home, sort of. How many kids, depends how many kids you have. If you have, elderly parents, or what are the situation. Okay, now you have several options when purchasing, either a traditional home or a residential, home, or a single family property, or a townhome, condominium, a multifamily home, cooperative home, whatever is your realtor needs. Okay, so each option has its own pros and cons. So each one of those, residential, townhome, condominium, cooperative, multifamily, they all come with their own pros and cons, depending on which, you choose. All right, so here's the deal. It's up to you to decide, what kind of property, right? What kind of property you need. So, you know, um, once you decide what kind of property you need, and you can also save on the purchase price in any category as well by choosing, you can probably choose, like an older home, like a fixer upper, although the amount of time and the sweat equity you'll have to put into it, at least, you will still save money. It all depends, upon your turnover, your turnover. You call it flipping the property. So, you know, um, or if you want to design it, to be, your, if you want to design it to be your dream home, many people, purchase these kind of homes and they fix it up and they make it into their dream home, right? So it all depends, what you want to do. Now, number two, oh my goodness, I don't want to make it too long, but I'm only at number two. Now, what specific features, in this home, what are the specific features you would like the home to have? Okay. While it's good to retain some flexibility, right, in whatever you're looking for, you're making perhaps the biggest purchase. This is the biggest financial purchase perhaps for many of you are making right now, right? It's one of the biggest. So you need to really know what you're doing. Now, you deserve to have that purchase fit both your needs and also possibly close to what you're looking for. So your list should include basic desires like, for example, what kind of neighborhood you're looking for, right? Etc. Then back to your home, how big of a bathroom, master bedroom, what size of living room, your kitchen, what do you want, what kind of appliances, for example, if you want, if you want your microwave to be on top where your stove is, or you want the built-in oven and stove, no oven and yes, and your microwave be together. There's so many things. So you have to, these are all of the things that you need to sort out before at hand, right? And of course, whilst researching your properties, these are some of the things you have to take into consideration. Now, what size of mortgage, right? The third thing is, oh, I'm sorry, you know, for your mortgage now. What size of mortgage do you qualify for? How much? So that you can be able to know how big of a home or what you can afford, right? Before you start shopping, it's important to get an idea of how much a lender, right, will lend you, will actually be willing to lend you to purchase your first home, right? You may think you can afford $300,000 home, but lenders may think you're only good for 200 or $250,000, right? So depending on factors, depending on so many criteria, right, you have to go through, like how much debt you owe, like maybe if you have auto loan, if you have school loan, how much debt you're in, or depends on your weekly or your monthly or yearly income. um, Many times, yes, how long you're on your current job if you do qualify, for all these things. So all these things lenders are taking into consideration before, before they're willing to loan you the money, right? So all these things you have to make sure that you get pre-approved for the loan before placing an offer, because you can't go place an offer on a home or a condo and you don't know how much mortgage you qualified for, or how much money you have at hand, how much money down payment you have to put down, and all those things. So in many instances, sellers will not even entertain, they will not even want to talk to do any business if they don't know, if they do know that you do not have a pre-approved, um, you know, mortgage that your lender is willing, to lend you. So begin by researching lenders and comparing interest rates and fees and all of that. And then you have to submit your application to the mortgage company, including all the supporting documents that they will want before they can give you an answer as far as how much money that they can be able to loan you. Okay, now number 4, what kind of house you can actually afford? I mean, what kind? Is it a 1-story, 2-story? How expensive then of a home that you can actually afford? So all of that, many first-time home buyers make this mistake and end up house poor, meaning after they pay their monthly mortgage payment, they have no money left over for anything else, such as clothing or getting any vacation, or maintaining the kids' school, books and all of that. So you have to really, really know exactly, you have to give some leeway. You have to come to a ballpark figure. And so you do not be house poor. You don't live broke after you're done. All right. So now in deciding how big of a loan you actually take, you'll want to look at house total cost, not just the monthly payment. You want to make sure you know the total cost of everything first. So all of those things are things for you to consider. Homeowners insurance, how much will that cost? How much if we are in a subdivision, the HOA, how much is that now? And then number 5, how serious of a savings do you have? You must have some savings, okay? Consider, like as I said in my previous videos, you want to, if my advice is to avoid a PMI, which means if you put 10% down, then you'll have to do the PMI, which is a waste money, right? PMI is simply private mortgage insurance. They want to insure the money that they're lending you. That's what it is. So if you come up with 20% and more, then you avoid that. So at any rate, the last thing I want to make sure that all of this, right? Seriously, I'm serious. Not that I'm not very, I'm very serious. You need to have a realtor. You need to have professional help. So do not go buy this all by yourself. Okay, folks, again, your realtor girl, I hope this helps you. Make sure you comment, make sure. I really do need to hear some comments. I do need for you to reach out to me. Okay, click the bell, subscribe, comment, and share. Until my next video, thank you so much for watching. Hope this makes sense to you. Take care. God bless. Your realtor girl, Sharon, in the Sunshine State. Bye for now.